Naming the pieces. Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to play chess. Today, we'll go over the basics of the game, including how to move each piece on the board. Starting the game. First, let's set up the board. Each player starts with 16 pieces, 8 pawns, 2 knights, 2 bishops, 2 rooks, 1 queen, and 1 king. The board has 64 squares, alternating between black and white. The pieces are arranged on the board in a specific way. The rooks go on the corners. The knights go next to them, followed by the bishops. And then the queen goes on her own color. The king goes on the remaining square of the player's color. Now that the board is set up, we're ready to begin. Pawns. Let's start with the pawns. Pawns are the weakest pieces on the board, but they can be very important for controlling the center of the board. Pawns can only move forward 1 square at a time, but on their first move, they have the option to move 2 squares forward instead. Pawns capture diagonally, moving 1 square forward diagonally to take an opponent's piece. Knights. Next up are the knights. Knights are unique in that they move in an L shape, 2 squares in one direction and then 1 square perpendicular to that. They can jump over other pieces, which makes them useful for attacking the opponent's pieces. Bishops. Bishops are next. Bishops can only move diagonally and can never move to a square of the opposite color than the one they started on. There is a bishop for each color of square on the board. Rooks. Rooks are next. Rooks are the most straightforward pieces on the board. They move horizontally or vertically any number of squares, as long as there are no other pieces in the way. Queen. The queen is the most powerful piece on the board. She can move in any direction, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, any number of squares. King. Finally, we have the king. The king is the most important piece on the board, and the game is over when a player puts the opponent's king in checkmate. The king can move 1 square in any direction and can also perform a special move called castling, where the king moves 2 squares towards a rook and the rook moves to the other side of the king. That's it for our tutorial on the basics of chess. Now it's time for a puzzle. Pause the video here and find the best move to be played in this situation. Post your answers in the comments below. Subscribe and receive latest videos on chess so that you can improve your play quickly.